Welcome to Smoky Mountain Taco. Today we're going to be reviewing and installing these 5-inch off-road lights on my 2025 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter. But we do have a problem with the Trailhunter if you install anything like a ditch light or driving lights like this. But first, let's take a look at these off-road lights. But they're from Auxbeam. They got a 270-degree span. They got side shooters coming out this way so that they hit the ditches that way. You got the driving lights coming this way. They are bright. These aren't your Brahs ditch lights.
Baby arms. What? Baby.
These things are huge. They are bright, and I can't say enough good things about them. But the Trailhunter presents a unique problem for ditch lights because of the snorkel. I do have a solution for this. Unfortunately, if you have hood struts, you'll have to remove them for the Trailhunter. The hood lifts too high and can interfere with the snorkel, or worse, scratch or paint. We're going to use Expel Armor paint protection film for extra protection around the snorkel. Expel Armor, if you didn't know, is a textured polymer film that mimics the durability of a spray-on bed liner. It is tough, and I'm considering putting it on the rear of my Trailhunter. It guards against scrapes, scratches, and gravel strikes. It is tough. We are going to be wiring these lights using the pre-wired auxiliary switches, which means no fishing wire through the firewall, no relays. Everything is pre-wired. These are Auxbeam 5-inch off-road lights, 270-degree ultra-wide ditch light side shooters with driving pods. These things are a beast. They include a DRL and turn signal as well. It has an ultra bright lumens rating of 20,400 LM with a powerful output of 174 watts. NASA is going to see me from space.
Oh boys, I'm back!
Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I took it down to a backwoods country road, and you can see how far these go. There is about a quarter of a mile down the road there is a sharp turn to the left, and it shines all the way down there. These things will light it up like Christmas. Those are the amber covers. You can see the side shooters over there on the side over there, lighting those ditches up. And there's a close-up of the Trailhunter badge on the light. So I'm going to turn off the lights, and this is just going to be my headlights along with the Trailhunter light bar. Nothing else. You can see the difference. It has an IP68 triple waterproof rating. Comes with amber covers for fog and Auxbeam covers to keep bugs off for daily use. These are CaliRaised ditch light brackets. They mount under the hood.
We call you? No. We call you the stupid Avenger. You're tiny Avenger.
You're going to need a 12mm socket with a ratchet, 2 17mm combo wrenches, measuring tape, scissors, a knife, wire crimpers, and wire strippers. First thing before we get started is we are going to get some Expel Armor. This is Expel Armor. It is a paint protection film from Expel. And we are going to use this to protect the area around the snorkel. And we want to measure up about 5 inches, and we want to cut from there just about 5 inches. You want to get a straight edge and make sure that's exactly straight. So I got this handy thing I got from Harbor Freight. It measures screws and that sort of thing. And this to make sure we have a complete straight edge. We'll cut along the sides there. So essentially all you do is just lay it down and put a squeegee up and in there, or a credit card, something like that, to push that underneath the snorkel. We're going to unbox this, and this is some CaliRaised ditch lock brackets that we're going to be mounting the ditch lots with. And wiring it up should be very easy. And you can see driver, passenger. See, it's got a white DR main light. It's even got an amber turn signal, and apparently I am important. So here's the pod lights. They're pretty large. I like that, especially installing them on a 2025 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter. They've got these covers on it. This looks like it goes to the turn signal wiring on the truck. And here's the amber cover, and here's the main brackets. See, it's got the side shooters there too, so that should light up the side pretty well. And here's the hardware that we're going to need. So if you got hood struts, you need to remove them. So go ahead and remove them, and we are going to mount the ditch light brackets to the hood. You want to do one at a time. You'll have 2 bolts up there towards the front, towards the cab. You want to start with the removal of the first bolt that's closest to the cab, and then you want to take the ditch light bracket, push it under beneath, and hand thread it first. Take your time, be patient, you don't want to get your hood out of alignment. And then once that's done, unbolt the second bolt, move the ditch light bracket under beneath, then hand thread it on, and then tighten up. Next, we're going to mount our lights onto our ditch light brackets, and you'll need 2 17mm combo wrenches. So it's very obvious. You put the bolt through the middle hole, and then on the other side you place your lock washer, and then nut, and then just tighten up. And then do the same thing for the other side. So next we need to disconnect the battery. And this is a little different because the battery in the Trailhunter is right behind the driver in the rear seat. So taking a trim removal tool, you want to pop out 2 pins that are over there underneath it, and you'll have to raise the seat up. So once you do that, you take a 12mm socket and you disconnect the negative battery cable. And then once that, you have a connector over there on the side as well, going to the negative, and you'll have to disconnect that as well. And then you want to take fiber cloth and place over the negative portion of it to make sure that it does not become connected while you're working. So these are the wires that came with the ditch lights. We are not going to need to relay. Woohoo! We are not going to have to run it through the firewall. So we will take it off there for this ditch light cable, and there's the other one. So the rest of this we will not need. Let's take our wire cutting pliers and just snap this off. Look at all the stuff you're saving here. Let's go that way and then cut. There we go. We'll need to cut this, throw that away, and this is what we need right here. We do not need this. This was a switch. So over here on this end, we'll have a positive and a negative, and we just wire it in from over there and wire it from right here. So now we wire this end. It's a 4-pin connector to a 2-pin, but this will hook in to your turn signal. This will hook into your DRLs. Let's bring this around inside the hood here like this and hook in the 4-pin connector. All right, now what we'll probably want to do is wire it under beneath this over here on this side like this, and we'll do the same for the other side. Usually, let's see if it's the same as the 3rd gen. It should just pop out. Yep, it does. Same as the 3rd gen. Just snap off right there. Just take this all the way back out. There we go. And then what we can do is wire this through here. So we'll grab the other one and plug it in, right like that. Then any excess wire, we will just hide away on this side compartment inside the fender here. Let's go ahead and just take this out. You don't have to remove it completely, but just enough to get all your wires inside here, to hide it away at least. Just stuff it up in there. You're not going to need all of this wire. Just give it a little bit of slack, and then we can clean and tidy all this up later. All right, so let's go ahead and let's push this back down. Make sure that's coming out right there. Push that one down, and then this will slide back in. That one's out, and then pull in, push down over here on the end. So now we can cut this to the length with a little bit of slack. So maybe right here would be perfect. Throw away the excess. Let's take a knife, open this up a little bit, open the sheeting up, pull it back. Of course, on this one, red is positive, black is negative. And what we want to do is take the other one from over there and splice it into this. Let's cut the sheathing off of that. Strip it with our strip gun. We'll twist this off. Twist as you pull off. So here we'll undo this, and we'll have this go down this way to the lights. And if we don't end up using this, we'll just cap the ends off there. Let's go ahead and plug this in. Now let's get some of that tubing and put in here. Essentially, what you can do, you can just insert it in, and you can see it kind of splits open right there. So we'll just push this on through. This will be a long process of getting all of this through. It took a little bit of effort, but I've got it through the piping. I split off the ends and I've got it ready. I just need to strip off the ends here. Got it cut the right length. And what I'm going to do, I thought about it, and it's going to be easier just to put everything down through here and wrap around the front of the grill, because we've already got some wires going out through here. And we'll just follow that path. And I wanted to put this extra protective coating coming around this direction, because over there it's a straight shot. And here we've got the radiator and all that sort of thing. You can see where I brought it through right there. If you haven't already, unbox your pigtails that came with your truck. You want the pigtail that is associated with the auxiliary high pigtails, the blue background. And we are going to be hooking it into the red 20 amp wire for our ditch lights. So you can see I've got it mounted coming over there from the passenger side here, coming over here from the driver's side over here. Let's go ahead and take our pigtail out. Let's go ahead and take this off. Simply squeeze and take off. Let's go ahead and strip the ditch lights just a little bit more. Twist, and pull, then twist, pull. Let's do the other side. And we'll be combining both of these ends here to make one, because we want both ditch lights turning on at the same time. And I keep calling them ditch lights, and they're not ditch lights. They are driving pods with side shooters. They are hooked out. They are not puny, tiny ditch lights. So let's do this. Let's combine red with red, and then we'll put it in a butt connector. That. Then negative to negative. Let's take our pliers and twist them some more. Security. All right, then we'll take a butt connector, put it on one end, and let's go get our crimper. Got a new pair of crimpers, so let's put it right in here. Let's see, how did that work? Not bad. Let's get the negative. All right, here we go. Crimp. That's pretty good. I'm going to use some heat shrink tubing to go with this. We'll cut a piece in half and pick these up at Harbor Freight. A lot better than electrical tape. I'm going to slide one end over this, positive, then one end over the negative. Just get it down in there really good. Then we'll apply some heat to it. Let's apply some heat. Perfect. Now, so we'll strip the red one, twist, and pull. There it goes. A little hard to get off there. Now strip the white and black one, or ground. Had to cut the end off, strip it again. They are a little tough to strip with those ends on, coming from the factory. Twist it, and take a pair of pliers and pull off. Perfecto. Now, we want to get some heat shrink tubing and place over here on this side. Right, cut it down there. Place one side over here like that with a positive. Place one end of the butt connector, and then we will crimp. Tug on that. It's perfect. All right. Now the negative. Crimp again for good measure. Let's tug on it. See if it's tight. Yep, it's tight. So let's go ahead and move heat shrink over the butt connector on the other end. Now let's add some heat. Now let's take this and we'll electrical tape all this up right here, and we are going to plug it in. There we go. Now let's test the ditch wise. Works. So let's zip tie and clean all this mess up and get some electrical tape around this and make it nice, neat, and tidy. So what do you think about this setup on my 2025 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter? I'd love to hear what you've got to say about it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. And we'll see you next time.